This is the shape of the number that's going to be on our website next to our knives of how much tariff affects the prices of our knives.
As our economy lurches, maybe drifts toward chaos based on Donald Trump's tariffs, there's still a segment of the population out there, business owner and otherwise, who are supporting Donald Trump's tariffs. I found this post from Derek Guy, the menswear guy over on Twitter. He's kind of made his name for poking fun and highlighting the lack of fashion sense or whatever of conservatives and others on Twitter. And he pointed out this guy named Josh Smith, who runs the Montana Knife Company, who posted the other day, a video of himself holding up an A. I'll show you the video, but what he's doing is kind of mocking people who don't make their products in the United States, or at least highlighting that his company isn't impacted by tariffs and his prices of his products won't be rising because I make all my stuff in America, y'all. Kind of the theme here, I guess. This is another one of those, you fuck around and then you find out kind of a deals. And he's in the finding out phase right now, even though just back on, what's the date here? July 25th, just 8 or 9 days ago, he was on a podcast saying that I was with Donald Trump and am with Donald Trump and his tariff policies. Which really is the overarching question that I want to ask is, what amount of pain, what amount of impact on their livelihoods is going to make these people wake up to the fact that Donald Trump's policies are deleterious? They are causing great harm. They are damaging. They are not meant to benefit the economy of the United States. They're not meant to bring back manufacturing to the United States, because if they were, they would be surgical in nature. They would be strategic in nature. It wouldn't be just blunt force trauma to the economy of the United States and business owners like Josh Smith. This was the tweet from the menswear guy. On April 30th, Josh Smith of Montana Knife Company said, "You won't have to worry about tariffs if you buy American." Last week, he realized his costs are going up because he imports equipment and steel, and so does his suppliers, and so do his suppliers. In my opinion, many people aren't aware of how much they import. Here's the video that was included in this tweet of the fucking around phase of Josh Smith, and then we'll show you the finding out phase.
All right, so I hear that Amazon is going to put a number next to the price of a product on their website to designate how much the tariff is of whatever you're buying on their website. At Montana Knife Company, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put a number next to the price as well. And that number is going to look a lot like the shape of this goose egg. Well, it's a chicken egg because I didn't have a goose. But anyway, this is the shape of the number that's going to be on our website next to our knives of how much tariff affects the prices of our knives, because we've been preaching this all along. We're American made, buy American. You don't have to worry about this shit. Also, that is actually chicken shit on this egg, because we also raise our own chickens. But anyway, I digress. Buy American, make American made, and you don't have to worry about this shit, except for the chicken shit.
Goose egg, huh, Josh? It is amazing to me the lack of understanding, the economic ignorance that's on display of these people. And look, I'm not an economist. It's not like I know a bunch more than even him. It's just, I don't take at face value the things that Donald Trump says. I don't give Donald Trump the benefit of the doubt. And it seems Josh does. Last week, that was on April 30th. Last week, same guy, Josh Smith, Montana Knife Company, a little plug for your business, Josh. He posted this, whining about the increases of prices of things that he's buying that are going to make his job doable, to make him be able to make the money, to be able to make the knives that he makes. And even though he's making his product in the United States, when the components that are necessary for building your product, making your product, the craftsmanship that you put forth in your made in America product, they are on the rise, which is invariably going to cause you to have to raise your prices, because making your product in the United States is now more expensive than it was before Donald Trump's tariffs. Watch this.
All right, for those of you that say buy American-made equipment, the tariffs won't affect you. This is American-made heat treating furnaces. July 17th, 2024, base price $519. July 23rd, 2025, base price $612. The thermocouple interface upgrade, $14,900, $16,700. The loader, $10,200. The loader, $11,400. Two 1,000 gallon tanks, gas backup reservoirs, $39,400, $44,300. Spare parts kit, same stuff, $18,100, $20,400. So this is my point, and this is what I'm getting at. We're trying to build American manufacturing. This is American-made equipment, 100% made in America. This stuff has an effect. Again, I'm questioning, why is the cost of equipment to manufacture in America going up that drastically in 1 year? I'm not hating on the Trump administration. Again, I'm trying to point out that their policies need some adjustments. We should be focusing on finished goods coming in from overseas. We shouldn't be making the cost to buy equipment made in America for American manufacturers go up by this amount of money. $100,000 on the base price in 1 year.
And again, look, a lot of people are like, well, we shouldn't shame these people. We should welcome them into the tent. We should celebrate that they're now starting to figure it out. The problem is, so many of these people are not figuring it out. They're taking their lumps, their unnecessary lumps from Donald Trump, and still worshiping at his feet. Here he is on a podcast, July 25th, the Cleared Hot podcast. It's like a dime store Joe Rogan, where the host is like trying to be funny and shit. It was tough wading through this to get this particular clip from Josh Smith. And you can skip ahead. This is about 2 minutes or so long. You can skip ahead to about the last minute is where the thing that I want you to hear is, but I wanted to give you the full context because that's what I do. He's explaining about buying a machine that will help him make his knives, but the machine is only made in Germany. It's only made there, and the $500,000, the $500,000 machine he's purchasing, and he's explaining the impacts. But it's the last statement, the last sentence that I want you to hear.
So here we are. We're getting ready to order this equipment. We're having all these conversations. We start discussing price and find out this blade grinding machine, for example, is basically $500,000. It'll be right at $500,000, probably a little more once it's installed. So $500,000. Oh, there's a 37% tariff on it right now, but depending on what happens with some of these things going on with the EU and what Trump's saying, it could be a 50% tariff August 1st in 12 days.
That's a big hike.
On a $500,000 grinder. Now, people's instant reaction on my Instagram post is, well, just buy it in America, dude. Like, you're bitching about buying things overseas. These machines, there's about 12 per year built and sent to America and bought in America. They're highly specialized. They're massive machines. There is not like an industry, quote unquote.
Yeah, there's no Napa Auto Parts for what you're doing.
No, and there's not even the demand for it, because the only people who are installing these machines are major manufacturers of maybe scissors, blades that might go like lawnmower blades, stuff for farm implements, knives.
When are you guys going to make scissors? Now I'm interested.
I'm very interested in that. But
kitchen shears, perhaps?
Yeah, no, it's all possible with this machine. the point is, how often do you hear of scissor manufacturers being built in America right now, or farm implement manufacturers or whatever? It's real small. So like I say, about 12 machines a year are shipped to America. There's 2 companies that build these machines, and they're both in Germany. They invented this machine process, and they supply essentially the world these bevel grinding machines, and they only make a few dozen a year for the world. So it's a very specialized industry machine. My point is, and my frustration with Trump's policies, well, let's talk about tariffs for a second here. I'm actually, well, I'm going to preface this all by saying I'm not an economist. I can't argue if tariffs are a good thing or a bad thing, right? Some people are going to say it's a form of tax. It's a terrible idea. Government, we need less tax, whatever. You should have free trade or whatever you want to say. Other people like Trump are going to say, hey, it makes us more competitive with the cheap labor overseas and all that. And I tend to, during the election and even today, fall on that side with Trump.
And I tended to, during the election and even today, side with Trump on tariffs. Even today, while his business is being harmed, he's siding with the dear leader, putting Donald Trump's vision for America ahead of his own reality of providing for his family, of building something that maybe, I don't know his situation, kids or whatever, but pass along to a future generation. Donald Trump is destroying, at the very least, hurting, harming him and his interests. And he's still, and I'm with Trump on this. Why don't you talk to an economist, not a dipshit podcaster, not a moron on YouTube. Talk to someone who's an expert in this. Donald Trump is not that. And all of this bluster about made in America, we don't live in an agrarian 18th century economy anymore, Josh, Donald Trump. We live in a global economy, in a technological world where communication doesn't take months between continents. It is instantaneous. We live in modernity, brother. And Donald Trump's antiquated ideas about the economy that are forged in his lack of education and understanding of basic mathematics, they're not good for you. They're not good for me. They're not good for us. They're not good for we the people. When are they going to figure it out? I guess that's the question. You can comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Josh, if you're listening, I'd love to hear from you, brother. You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. I don't get it. Anyway, you can follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore. I'd love to see you. Casual Monday here with the hat, huh? I'm at Dollemore just about everywhere. I'm not on the Nazi Twitter, but everywhere else, I am pretty active. You can follow me there. I'll see you. Until then, be genuine and take care of one another.